everybody is kung fu fighting.
Hi guys, welcome back to London. Welcome to London's Chinatown. February the 8th is Chinese New Year this year. So, as you can see behind me, they're getting prepared here in London's Chinatown for the big day and for a week or two of celebrations. As you know, I'll jump on any bandwagon when it's in town, especially if there's a celebration involved.
Comes fast as lightning. Although the future is a little bit frightening, little bit frightening. Your life is your writing, life is your writing. You're a natural. Why is it so hard to see? Maybe it's just because I keep on looking.
The guys are just stringing together all the red lanterns for the streets. The wind's not working with them. It looks pretty cool when they're all up, but you definitely don't want the job of putting them all up with those guys.
I believe that you can bend. Not only do you have to fight, but you have got to win.
For Hare Krishna are two things: happy and incredibly hypnotic to watch. I'm not thinking of joining them either religiously or for a dance, but it's pretty good to watch. They feature in a video I made about Carnaby Street, and they kind of made the film. They're dancing. What I love the most is the kind of mix of robes and athletic footwear for the dancing. Adidas Originals and like a sort of monk's robe. I've got Crocs on. You've got some pretty cool Adidas though. Chinatown looks cool during the day, but it looks a lot better lit up at night.
Check out that dragon.
I thought it was a dragon, now I'm not so sure. Definitely not a monkey.
Okay, no trip to London's Chinatown would be complete without sampling some of the amazing food. Smells amazing, Chinatown. Now, up until recently, this whole stretch of building here was street food stalls, but the whole plot is under redevelopment. But there's still plenty to choose from. But that was where a lot of the street food stalls were. I think if you check out last year's Chinese New Year's video, came here, Gencaf, and they have these little women in the window making dumplings, and they are amazing. Do a good bubble tea as well. Yeah, if you check out last year's Chinese New Year video, you can see my visit to Gencaf. Tonight I think I'm going to get some pork buns from Bosey Inn, which is actually just next to Gencaf. Kitchens and takeaway there, eat-in restaurant is there, and then maybe some cream cakes from one of the bakers, Chinatown Bakery. I might get some of the little fish cakes or some cream cakes from somewhere else. Okay, let's get some food. First up, Bosey Inn. Now this is these two stores here. They're the restaurant, the kitchen and takeaway next door here. So you can queue up and take a seat if you want to eat in, or quick takeaway street food from here. I'm gonna get two buns and a house special bun. I'm going to get a pork one. So let's go and order. That's what I need. Cameraman. Camera girl. Okay, it's super windy, so you'll have to bear with me on this. I've got a pork bun from Bosey Inn, say Bosey Inn. Two of their little steaming pork buns. So let's dig in. It's the best bit about Chinese New Year, Chinese food. That's really good. Pork's delicious. The bun's quite a little bit sweet, mainly savoury. Let's try the big pork bun. Looks good. tastes like shit. That is good. You can get a vegetarian one as well. Beef one as well, I think. That is good. I think I prefer the little pork buns, just with a bit of greens in it. It's a nice texture, nice contrast. This is a crazy place to do a food review. Right, let's take a look around, see what else we can find. Kowloon Bakery here. It's one of Chloe's favourite little shops, favourite bakers, in particular Hello Kitty cream cakes. I'll pop back before I go home and pick up one of those Hello Kitty cream cakes. I'd get one now, but I always destroy them by the time I get home if I walk around for too long. The tops are just cream. It's just piped cream on top. They're not solid at all. If you knock it over, if you touch it, you just destroy it. It looks nothing like a Hello Kitty by the time I get home half the time. But I'm going to give it another go. Fancy some bubble tea. Now, bubble tea was a big thing here a couple of years ago, and bubble tea stores like this one here, good tea, good times. That's not what it's called. It's called Char Time. But yeah, a couple of years ago it was a big thing, bubble tea here, which is basically a milky tea, cold or hot. I prefer it cold. Various flavours, and in the bottom, balls of tapioca beads. It's kind of, the only way I can describe it, it's kind of like a jelly sweet. Kind of like Haribo or gummy bears. It's really good. And yeah, it was a big thing. Bubble tea shops opened up all over the place. Kind of died, didn't die death, but the craze for it died down a bit, but there's still some good ones here. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but if I see something on a menu that I've never tried before, that's what I'm having. I want to try it. And get you in a lot of trouble. Certainly learn what you don't like that way. But when I was at Bowsy Inn down here a moment ago, when I was at Bowsy Inn, there's a tea shop. There's a few tea shops next door to it. One of them had something like tiramisu cheese rock salt bubble tea. It just sounds nuts. It's a bit cute for it, so I'm going to give it a go. Could taste disgusting though, couldn't it? What a combination. Tiramisu, cheese and salt. Let's go. Okay, this is it. Happy Lemon. Decisions. Oh look, this might explain bubble tea for you. I think this one. Milk tea with Oreo and tiramisu salted cheese. How bad can it be? There it goes. Looks okay. Luckily they kind of handled me like a young child, which is pretty much what I needed. Talked me through the process. There goes nothing. It's unique. I'm struggling to describe this one. It's not bad. Definitely getting, it's like a very milky tea to start with. Yeah, words fail me. Very, very milky tea. Slight hint of the Oreo. Chocolate. Maybe a hint cheesy. Little sprinkle of sea salt on top. If you told me it was tiramisu, rock salt cheese flavoured milky tea, I'd never guess. It's pretty good though. Now I'm getting the tea, but not in the way you would think of tea, more like as if you've made a cake with tea leaves, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's bizarre. Even though it's incredibly milky, it effectively tastes like black tea. Green tea I mean. Yeah, green tea, not sort of British builder's tea. You're gonna have to go and check this one out for yourself, because I really can't explain this one. I figured it out. If you give it a really good stir with the straw, mixes it all up. I think they put a lot of the ingredients. I think what she was saying to me is they put the salt on the top and the Oreo bits on the top. The sea salted cheese thing was on top. Give it a good stir. It tastes like it's like a cheesecake drink. It's amazing. Definitely recommend a trip there. But make sure you give the thing a good stir with a straw. End up with like a kind of cheesecake milkshake tea. It's good stuff. It's good.
Everybody
want to get some taiyaki, which are the little cream-filled, fish-shaped cream cakes made by a machine. I'll show you that in a moment. There's a huge crowd watching the machine make the cake. There's actually a new one about to open at the other, a new taiyaki bakery opening at the other end of Chinatown. I saw them testing out the taiyaki machine in the window earlier. In fact, this is a movie. I'll show you. Here we are. We're opposite the W. Brand new bakers. So new, it hasn't even got a sign. I'm not entirely sure if they're actually open. The machine's fully fired up. They're making fish cakes. Cream fish cakes.
So much more than we know. But sometimes you've got to go on and be your own hero. Everybody is kung fu fighting. Kung fu fighting. The mind comes fast as lightning. Although the future is a little bit frightening. Little bit frightening. The life that you're riding. You're an island in the rough. A brilliant ball of clay. You could be a work of art. You just go all the way.
Pretty cool, huh? They're not open yet, giving out tasters. Let's head back to the other one.
But you have got to win, 'cause everybody is kung fu fighting. Kung fu fighting. Your mind becomes fast as lightning. Although the future is a little bit frightening. Little bit frightening. Your life is
Okay. I got my taiyaki from the Chinatown bakery. Fresh off the taiyaki fish cream cake machine. Blinded by the light there. Pretty cool. The machine can make those. Hot. Little pastry cakes filled with warm custard. Delicious. That machine, the girl was operating when I was in there. She's playing with nuts and screws and bolts. It's really grinding up. I think they're harder to operate than they look. I don't think it's as simple as just pushing a button and it churns out cream cakes, but it's delicious. Someone has to stand over that the whole time it's churning them out. They're really good. Definitely check them out. By the time this video's up, I'm sure the other bakers will be open. Obviously I haven't tried them yet. I didn't even try the samples that they were handing out. Cream cakes on opening night. It's going to be. I'll let them get into the swing of things before I dig into those. If it's still there when you pop to Chinatown, they're okay. I'm not going to be the guinea pig for cream cakes. Right. Let's see what else is here. Now some weird stuff goes on around here. How can I say it? Kind of a lot of cash only industries. But this guy, that guy there, playing the traffic cone. Every time he gets a couple of quid in his hat, people are giving him money. He then gets up and runs in the betting shop, paddy power, and puts it in the slot machines and starts gambling. It's crazy. Addiction's addiction, I guess. Drugs, drink. In his case, he's sitting on the floor drinking Pepsi. His problem's gambling. His other problem is he hasn't really got any musical talent. But he's not letting that stop him. And he's earning money. Okay, I picked up a Hello Kitty and a Panda cream cake to take home for Chloe. The question is, will it make it? Fingers crossed. I picked up two because it helps. One, I can have one if one doesn't survive. Two, hopefully two together will stand a better chance of actually remaining standing, not flattening their heads on the way home. It's never worked before though. Okay. Hope you enjoyed this video. Chinese New Year here in London's Chinatown. If you did, please hit the thumbs up like button. If you'd like to be the first to see my new films, the subscribe button. And I guess Happy New Year. Or if you speak Mandarin, Xinyan Kuai Le, or Cantonese, Xinyan Kuai Lu. I don't speak Mandarin or Cantonese. Got it on my phone. But yeah, happy Chinese New Year. Toodles. Okay, I know what you're all wondering. Did the cat and the panda cake make it? I've never made it before. I had to run for a train as well. A few 30 seconds or so left. Tried to, who knows? Stop waving at that. It's been pretty windy as well. It's been blowing. Anyway, enough excuses. Let's open the box. Take down. Success. The ones that I've done. I'm going to tear the box. I don't want to ruin it at this late stage. I don't know how they survived through this. They're so fragile. This is why I left it until the last minute to buy them. We get some brownie points for these. A panda. Not sure what trees, maybe trees. Super soft. It's just cream, piped cream. Pretty cool, huh? Cream cake. These are Chloe's favourite. Look at that. Focus. That's it. That, I'm guessing, is Hello Kitty, or their interpretation of a cream Hello Kitty. Yeah, it took a little bit of a, not too bad. Maybe that. Right. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Toodles.